So point number 4, loss of biodiversity. Loss of biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety of life on earth. Variety of life on earth. From the smallest microorganisms from the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals.
ಹಾಯ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಇದೊಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ಸೂಚನೆ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ನ ಹೊಸ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾವುದೇ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಕಲಿಯಬಹುದು. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನ ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈಗ ಬರೀ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಬಿಸಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಎಬಿಸಿ ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಎಬಿಸಿ ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ನ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ತಡ ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ನ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇರೋರು ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋನ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಕರೆ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಪರ್ಕಿಸಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು.
To the largest mammals. However, due to human activities such as deforestation, habitat destruction, pollution and overhunting, species are disappearing, at an alarming rate. Scientists estimate that the current rate of species extinction is 1,000 to 10,000 times higher than the natural extinction rate. The loss of biodiversity affects ecosystems' ability to function effectively. Healthy ecosystems provide healthy ecosystems provide essential services like essential services like pollination, water purification, and soil fertility. And soil fertility. As biodiversity declines, as biodiversity declines, these systems become less resilient, making it harder for ecosystems to recover from disturbances such as climate change or pollution. This can have cascading effects on food security, human health and economies. Depletion of natural resources. Depletion of natural resources. As the global population continues to grow, the demand for natural resources is skyrocketing. Good. Non-renewable resources like fossil fuels, minerals and metals are being extracted at unsustainable at unsustainable rates leading to resource depletion. Resource depletion. Over exploitation. Over exploitation of renewable resources such as fresh water, fish and forests also poses a serious threat to future generation. Future generation. Unsustainable practices. Unsustainable practices are leading to land degradation. Leading to land degradation. Desertification. Desertification and the collapse of fisheries, further compounding the environmental crisis. Environmental crisis. The overuse of resources. The overuse of resources not only threatens ecosystems but also creates economic instability. Creates economic instability especially in regions heavily dependent on agriculture, fishing or natural resources. What can be done? What can be done? The environmental crisis is complex. The environmental crisis is complex. But it is not unsolvable. But it is not unsolvable. Urgent and concerted. Urgent and concerted efforts are required. Efforts are required from governments. From governments, industries and individuals alike. Individuals alike. Some key actions include transitioning to renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources. Moving away from fossil fuels to solar. Fossil fuels to solar. Wind and other renewable sources is critical in reducing greenhouse gas emissions and mitigating climate change. Promoting sustainable practices. Reducing deforestation, overfishing and land degradation. Reducing deforestation, overfishing and land degradation through sustainable farming, fishing and forestry practices can help preserve can help preserve ecosystems and biodiversity. Okay, let's short break ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ.